The 15 Best Olivia Newton-John Songs. Let Me Be There, 1973.
Wherever you go, wherever you may wander.
While her clear, soft voice seemed perfectly suited to lovelorn melodies, and her all-denim outfits looked great, she wasn't a typical country star, though she sure sounds like one here. With its bassy Statler Brothers-style backup vocals and rousing sing-along chorus, Let Me Be There was her very first top 10 single and won her a Grammy for Best Female Country Vocal Performance. Written by John Rostill, the song went on to be covered by the likes of Tanya Tucker, Ike and Tina Turner, and one Elvis Presley.
I'll always wanna be there, whenever you feel.
If You Love Me, Let Me Know, 1974.
Before too long I built my world around you.
Olivia flies her country flag high on this twangy, traditional-sounding single, but the authentic sound can't hide the fact that Newton-John was considered an outsider, something Nashville's old guard never let her forget. The year this song was released, she won the Country Music Association's Female Vocalist of the Year award, accepting her prize via a pre-recorded video from a very non-country locale, London. Her win angered American music royalty so much that genre giants George Jones and Tammy Wynette founded the Association of Country Entertainers specifically to keep pop stars like Newton-John out. Members included Conway Twitty, who went on to cover Newton-John's hit Let Me Be There with Loretta Lynn just 1 year later. Hypocritical much? But Liv had the last laugh. If You Love Me, Let Me Know was number 4 on Billboard's Top Country Albums list that year, as well as her first tour at the top of the Billboard 200 pop chart. Oh, and Elvis once again covered O&J, name-dropping her during his concerts, and recorded her title track for his 1977 album, Moody Blue.
And I prayed you'd love enough of me to stay.
I Honestly Love You, 1974.
I love you.
With its slow pace, sad strings, and weepy piano, this ode to unrequited love is downright depressing, at least by Olivia's sunny standards. It also serves as a kind of breadcrumb trail leading toward her next phase as the queen of soft rock, AM radio. I Honestly Love You won 2 Grammys in 1 year, for Record of the Year and Best Pop Female Vocal Performance in 1975. Co-written by Jeff Barry, responsible for girl group classics as Be My Baby and Then He Kissed Me, and Peter Allen, the boy from Oz who penned Arthur and Don't Cry Out Loud. Its success was a good bet from the get-go, but Newton-John's expert delivery put it over the top.
I love you.
Have You Never Been Mellow, 1975.
Have you never been mellow? Have you never tried?
A classic of the 70s sad girl genre, the delicate delivery hides an edgy message. I evolved, why can't you? The fact that it's been covered by punk bands, lounge singers, and indie stars is further a testament to its magisterial mystery. Written by her fave collaborator and fellow Australian John Farrar, this deceptively simple ballad cemented Newton-John's turn away from country and towards soft rock, hitting number 1 in March of '75.
There was a day when I just had to tell my
Hopelessly Devoted to You, 1978.
hopelessly devoted to you.
As part of Newton-John's contract for Grease, she would get to sing one solo number. Problem was, this song didn't exist in the original musical the film was based on. Writer John Farrar came to the rescue with Hopelessly Devoted to You, an aching ballad perfectly expressing Sandy's pinning for John Travolta's Danny. A quiet moment of reflection in the middle of a riotous couple of hours, this 50s-style song is no throwback. It's something wholly new. Like the rest of the soundtrack, this song has an exaggerated, over-the-top sheen, the doo-wop days reinterpreted. Everything about the number and the way it was filmed is designed to make you melt. Newton-John's white nightgown and Disney princess bangs, the moonlit suburban backyard, even the way Travolta's reflection magically appears in the waters of a plastic baby pool. Summer Nights, 1978.
Summer loving had me a blast.
Summer loving happened so fast.
Tell Me More, Tell Me More, a raunchy, back-and-forth bop hilariously encapsulating the differences between the sexes. This uncontainable saga of a song became a massive success for a good reason. One story, the summer romance of Travolta's Danny and Newton-John's Sandy, told from each of their perspectives. This is a he said, she said tale, set to a beat so propulsive it threatens to blow the roof off place. Add to this a Greek chorus of greasers and pink ladies, plus Bleacher's choreography that literally races across the screen, and you can see why this song smashed the charts. And You're the One That I Want, 1978.
I got chills, they're multiplying.
Plucked from soft rock radio purgatory by Danny Zuko himself, Travolta told Merv Griffin in a 1981 TV interview that it was he who convinced Newton-John that part of Sandy was meant for her. Tailored to her strengths, the best songs were written specifically for her by her right-hand man, Farrar, and weaknesses, accents, as Sandy magically became Australian. Her plucky charm shines through in every frame, and the impact that this role, and this song in particular, had on her career cannot be understated. Transforming from a purest the driven snow innocent Sandy 1 to a spandex-clad biker chick crushing sick butts with her kitten heels, Sandy 2, this song was a cinematic sensation that showed Newton-John's surprising range. And the interplay between Travolta and Newton-John, running around a carnival, hamming it up as they belt out how much they want each other, worth the price of admission alone. We Go Together, 1978.
Go together like remember forever.
Long before Grease the movie, there was Grease the musical, a dirtier, greedier, Chicago-centric creation written by Jim Jacobs and Warren Casey. But by the time it got to Hollywood, only a handful of original songs remained. Luckily, We Go Together was one of them, and it's obvious why. This completely insane yet heartfelt song perfectly captures Grease's interpretation of the 50s. Listening to it is a sugar buzz of epic proportions as the song mocks and celebrates the era's classic tunes. An example of these beautifully bonkers lyrics? We thought you'd never ask. Rama Lama Lama, Kadinga da Dinga Dong, Shoo Bob Shawada Wada Yippity Boom De Boom, Chang Chang Changity Chang Shabop, Dip de Dip de Dip Doo Wop de Doobie Doo. Newton-John, in Bad Sandy mode, leads this group sing along with Travolta, giving it her all. And in the last moments, as greased lightning takes off into the sky, her surprise is so joyful, her glee so all-encompassing. She takes the whole audience for the ride, riding shotgun into the clouds, her head resting lightly on Danny's shoulder, earthbound friends waving goodbye below. Well, that's how we want to remember her, forever. A Little More Love, 1978.
A little more love, make it right.
In the best case of art imitating life, Newton-John's career experienced Bad Sandy takeover with the release of her album Totally Hot, which came out just months before Grease did. The cover shows her dressed in, yep, you guessed it, head-to-toe black, and you can hear the echoes of the Farrar-penned Grease faves in the single, A Little More Love. If Blondie went Pink Lady, it might sound like this, a bit jittery, driving, touched with new wave keyboards, and overflowing with the cool confidence that Newton-John began exploring at this point in her career. This song is a serious banger. Good luck getting the chorus out of your head.
It gets me nowhere to tell you no.
Xanadu, 1980.
And now, open your eyes and see.
The massive goodwill Greece generated deflated quickly with Xanadu, the LA set roller skating fantasy about Greek goddesses released from a Venice beach mural, co-starring a roller skating Gene Kelly in his final film role. Plot twist, the music was amazing. Written by ELO's Jeff Lynne and sung by Newton John, the title track is echoey, grandiose, majestic, bizarre, and completely unaware of its camp value, which is exactly why we love it.
Xanadu, Xanadu.
Magic, 1980. Alive has never sounded creepier, and we love it. The strangest Newton John song ever is also the most earwormy. Written for Xanadu by stalwart John Farrar, this song is the black sheep of the family, with hints of Talking Heads and the best horror movie soundtracks. It's so echoey and haunting, it sounds like it's playing in the next room, or perhaps floating up out of a possessed basement. With its wiggly keyboards, minor keys, and weird, downbeat edge, Newton John's ghostly, dramatic, slightly sinister vocals enhance the effect perfectly. Plus, this lovely weirdo spent 4 weeks at the #1 on US Billboard Hot 1980. Stretching a single letter I into a multi-syllabic journey is a pop feat that should only be attempted by professionals, like Newton John and her duet partner, Cliff Richard, sometimes referred to as England's answer to Elvis. In Xanadu, it's lip-synced by the male lead, Michael Beck, as he roller skates with Newton John. The flow of the skating, the flow of the song, the flow of their hair as they glide through a series of movie sets, sweet 80s perfection, quad skating right into our hearts.
Take care, but no illusion, shut up.
Physical, 1981.
Physical, physical, I wanna get physical. Let's get
Newton John often said she was embarrassed by the overtly sexual lyrics to Physical, the lead single off the album of the same name. Maybe this is why she came up with the concept for the video, recasting herself, and the song as an ode to vigorous aerobic exercise, a brilliant conceptual move that was one of the keys to its massive success, staying at the #1 spot for 10 weeks in 1982. In the video, which seems almost like a lost SNL sketch, she's clad in a headband and leotard, comically teaching a room full of sweaty dudes. This video forever tied the song to the burgeoning 80s aerobic dance craze. Jane Fonda's legendary workout book was released the same year, and much like Bey would do years later with Lemonade, though Queen Bee's was far more artistic, Newton John released a parallel music video album in 1982, with a different video for each song. The collection was called Olivia Physical, and in 1983, it earned Newton John a Grammy for Video of the Year. Make a Move on Me, 1981. I'm the one you want, that's all I wanna be. So come on baby, make a move on me might not sound groundbreaking, complex, or particularly deep, but as a bright, ebullient pop song, it works perfectly. An instant mood booster, heard in 80s era step aerobics classes from coast to coast. This energetic follow-up to the Physical single made it to #5 on the US Billboard Hot 100. It would be her last single to go gold. Twist of Fate, 1983.
Do we deserve a second chance?
The 80s brought electronic music to the cultural forefront, along with harder edges and attitudes, none of which were particularly suited to our soft rock queen. Written for the soundtrack of Two of a Kind, the 1983 film that reunited her with Travolta, it turned out to be her last top 10 hit. But the story doesn't end there. The song was revived on Stranger Things Season 2, though it didn't spawn a similar renaissance as Kate Bush's recent resurrection. Newton-John's song was so masterfully incorporated into the action that it's hard to imagine the legendary Snowball dance without it. Twist of Fate's electronic glow-up makes Steve's longing look at Nancy even more wrenching, while the hard-rocking guitar and drum interlude perfectly punctuates the moment he puts the car in drive and roars away.